and or you can post me on Facebook and I'll tell you what it is. Also, don't forget about my paw print ring, which is still available, and many of you have ordered it already in our last show. Let's take a look at BlissLights now, and I wanted to mention we have these all over the place at our house. We have them on the trees, we have them shining on the front of the house. I fell in love with these after being introduced by my friend Dan Hughes. These were made by a gentleman who created the Firefly light effect of laser split lights for amusement parks like Disneyland, when you want that magical look throughout the evening when you're walking around. And now you can create that in your own yard or your own home. These use very little power. They do not get hot. They are laser. They are actually available in 3 different colors. So I'm going to put, pardon me while I walk across, because I want to show you the green one first. The green one is the one that started it all and is still the most popular. The green one is, if you're going to try one, the one that I recommend you try first, because it is beautiful on your house or on all of the trees or shrubberies in your yard, and it gives you the most points of light. Then we also have, I'll stick the green one down, blue is magnificent when you want that starry night look. This is gorgeous if you have a swimming pool. It is also really beautiful on the trees in your yard. Now, the third choice is the red. I'll stick this one in here. Red is actually going to be one that is best used at close range. So when people like to use these indoors, which a lot of you put them in flower pots and things on the inside, red is a great color for inside, or if you're shining it on the house itself. Red doesn't show up that well if you're putting it on trees, but it's great for Halloween. It's great for doing on the inside. So that's the color choice, but this is what I want you to see, because this is what it looks like when you have it shining in your yard. Each one of these, and I've got to get some light over here so I can see it. Let me just read by the light of the BlissLights. You have a 6-hour timer, so they go on for 6 hours, off for 18. They turn themselves on and off automatically. Also, if you have these shining from 20 feet away, you're going to be able to cover about a 50 by 50 foot space. If you are shining them from 10 feet away, you're going to be covering about a 30 by 30 foot space. So what happens is the further back you pull these lights and stick them in the ground, the more space you're going to cover with sparkles on your house, your fence, your shrubberies. When you combine the different colors of lights, now we've got some Bethlehem lights in here as well as the BlissLights to show you the whole effect of outdoor lighting. They look great combined with both. This is what we did at our house for Christmas and then kind of left them up, because they look great with the Christmas lights wrapped around the shrubberies and things, and then you put the sparkle, the fairy dusting of the BlissLights on top of that, and it's magnificent. But these look great all by themselves. You can see, I'm going to take just a walk back here and just kind of point out. Here I am, you can see me, here's my hand. What's shining on this picket fence are the BlissLights. See all these itty bitty dots? So here we have a string of Bethlehem lights wrapped, but it's only going to cover that top ledge. What you get with BlissLights is full coverage of dots of lights. So it looks like you strung hundreds of strings of lights, and all you did was put one BlissLight into the ground on its spike and plugged it in. And you were covered with beautiful dots of light. And again, timer, so it stays on for 6 hours and shuts itself off. The sparkle is apparent on the ground. You'll see it on the house. You'll see it on the roof. You'll see it in the trees. It's wonderful even in the slightest breeze. When a breeze blows outside, the sparkle seems to move just like fairy dust. And I would recommend, depending on the size of your house, getting more than one of these. They are on a buy more and save of $10. So what we did was we got a blue and a red, and we crisscrossed them across our American flag, which is waving on the flagpole in front of our yard. My husband is a Vietnam veteran, so we always have our flag out. You should see how those dots of light look on that flag. It is absolutely beautiful. And then the green lights, we have several green ones now because they look so pretty. We got one, then we got two, then we got a couple more, because all of the shrubberies, the trees look so magnificent with these shining on them. And everyone who comes up to your driveway, up to your house to visit you, will stop and just stare and comment on these lights. The first question out of everyone's mouth is, where did you get those? What are those? Everyone is just amazed by how beautiful these are. And I have to tell you too, we got just yesterday in the mail a catalog, which I can't say the name of, but it's that high-end outdoor home decor catalog. You know which one I'm talking about. They have this exact same Bliss light in their catalog for $259 for one light, okay? So are you looking at our price, which is $100 less? And we've split it into 5 easy payments of under $32. And you don't get easy pay in those fancy catalogs either. So this is the place to get your Bliss light, get more than one, get a buy more and save of $10. You'll also save half off your shipping, which is another $5 saved. So it's really about $15 saved if you get a second Bliss light. And you can get 2 of the same color. You can get several colors and merge them together. But I'd say if you want the most coverage and you're going to use them outdoors, I would start with the green and then maybe add in a little bit of blue and red. But you can also use these indoors as well. A lot of people like to decorate for Halloween inside. They're great for a Halloween party, a fall party. They're great for outdoor gatherings of any time in the summer. They make your whole backyard look like a wonderland. They're just amazing. And all they do is stick with their spike in the ground. These are the newer version of Bliss lights, which really give you those itty bitty teeny tiny fairy dust lights, which they're new and even better than they were last year. Let's say hi to Vicki in Pennsylvania. Hi Vicki, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. And we're going to bring the lights up. I hate to even turn them on because then it's hard to see the Bliss lights, but I just wanted to say hi to you while I could see your face. Hello. So Vicki,
hi there.
Have you tried these before or is this your first time?
No, I own these. I purchased them last fall. I purchased the blue because I decided with the snow and that's the color scheme that I wanted to go with outside.
Yes.
And talk about a winter wonderland. Let me just tell you, these are absolutely, I think that this is probably one of the best products I have purchased from QVC. Not only is it terribly easy to use, and especially for someone like me, because I am not
a light stringer.
Technology. I'm not a light stringer. I'm not.
Me either.
And so I saw these on TV last year, and of course, and I thought, oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I have almost caused accidents in my neighborhood because people have actually slowed down and stopped. I have gone curbside to tell people. They roll their windows down and they say, "Where did you find something like that? That's gorgeous." And I have to say, I have it, of course, positioned in the front yard, and it covers my entire house. So I have a 2-story, and it covers the entire front of my house.
Yeah.
And that is just with one.
Yeah, I know. We did that. It depends on how far back you pull it.
It does.
But you get lots of light pinpoints, even when it's pulled back really far. And then if you wanted to really, like we have on the set where it's covering the whole thing, like wall-to-wall sparkle, that would be several of them more closely positioned to the actual house. But
of course.
But I mean, you can get quite a bit of coverage from just one, which is, I'm glad you said that, because we just bought one green one when we started, and we have really tall trees on our property, and I kept like pulling it up, and it would go up and up, and like even taller than those trees. I mean, I don't even know how tall it could go because it shot off into space somewhere. You know?
I know, it's amazing. And actually, in the winter, I keep going outside. All last Christmas, my husband was looking for me and said, "Where are you now?"
Yes.
And I'm out front looking at my house because it looks so fabulous. And quite honestly, if that's the only thing that you wanted to actually do to your house, you could do that with a few wreaths on your door and you'd be set.
Because, as you said, Vicki, it's more spectacular than all those people who do all that work and string all those lights. Because this still looks better, and all you did was stick one, or if you want to get a couple, into the ground, set the timer, plug them in, and then you don't have to do it. They can stay out in all the bad weather. I mean, they're meant to be outside. They're just great.
It's perfect. I have had no issues with them whatsoever. And again, the timer factor, of course, is one of the best features. And so I just, again, I had to call in because if anyone is hesitating about this product, this is definitely something that if you enjoy decorating, if you want your house to look fabulous, that no one else really will have, you definitely need to purchase this product.
It's such instant curb appeal. It makes you smile. It makes everybody comment. For New Year's Eve last year, we were having kind of a lot of snow coming down. When my sister arrived, they drove from a neighboring state over to visit us, and I was worried about them driving in the snow. And so they finally made it, and it was snowing pretty hard when they got out of the car. But they all three, she and her husband and my nephew, they all stopped in the snow, holding their suitcases to stare at these lights in front of our house because it's they're just breathtaking.
It really and truly is. That's a good word to describe it because, again, like I said, I have caused almost near accidents in front of my house. I've actually had people roll down their windows and say, "Excuse me," and of course I'm standing outside admiring my handiwork, which was all of about 5 minutes.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your call, and thanks so much for recommending them to everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too, dear. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So green, blue, or red, we have all three back in stock. I would start with the green.